We got another animal of the day today. The last one before our test. Today, animal of the day, turtles. Turtles, they're not a mammal, but I want to talk about turtles because we come in contact sometimes with them out there in the ocean. Especially if you go to Hawaii or down in Mexico or something, or Costa Rica, you may come into contact with the sea turtle. I want to teach you about it. Turtles are reptiles, like I said. Reptiles, they're different from mammals in that they're ectothermic. Let me write that. They are ectothermic. It's a fancy word that means cold-blooded. See, scientists don't like the term cold-blooded because it implies that the blood is always cold. But it's not. Ectothermic or cold-blooded means that their body temperature, their blood, is the same temperature as their surroundings. So if you take a turtle and if you put it in 80-degree water, its blood, its body temperature is going to be 80 degrees. But if you take that same turtle and put it in the Puget Sound, which is 52 degrees, then all of a sudden its blood, its body temperature is going to be 52 degrees. All right, so that's what ectothermic or cold-blooded means. And turtles are them. Turtles, they're out there in the ocean, and there's only one reason to come to land. The one reason to come to land is to do that. Lay your eggs. See, their eggs, they have these tiny holes in them. And these tiny holes allow oxygen to penetrate the egg so that the baby turtle inside can get some oxygen and breathe. If that turtle egg is laid out in the ocean, well, water's going to go in there. It's going to drown the turtle. So there's only one reason to come to land, and that's to lay the eggs. In fact, the only sex that comes to land are the females. It's only the females that come. So a male turtle never comes back to land. Once it's born on land and it walks in the water, it's not coming back to land again. In fact, it may not even go anywhere near land. All right, we're talking about turtles. Well, we should probably talk about the egg story. See, you don't want to lay all your eggs in one basket. What the female is going to do is she's going to hang off of land, wait until the sun goes down, and then she's going to come up and she's going to haul out on land, and then she's going to dig a hole in the sand. She's going to drop her eggs in there, and then she's going to bury them up. Like I said, you're not going to lay all your eggs in one basket. So she's going to do this over a period of about a week or 2 weeks, and she's going to make like 5 to 7 of these egg nests. All right, now these eggs, there's a magic number, 72. The magic number is 72 degrees Fahrenheit. See, if these eggs are always at 72 degrees or lower, if they're 72 degrees or colder, all the eggs are going to get born female. If those eggs ever get above 72 degrees, that means all the eggs are going to be born male. Magic number is 72. Oh man, if global warming does happen, and all of a sudden all the eggs that are laid are always above 72 degrees, that means all the turtles in the world are going to be female. Male, they're all going to be male. Well, if they're all male, there's going to be no females to lay their eggs. Dang it. All right, now there's 7 marine turtles that I want you to know about. The 7 of them, well, first of all, right here, each one of these red dots are where there's turtles that go and lay their eggs. This map right here shows where turtles live. Since they're ectothermic, cold-blooded, they always got to stay in relatively warm water to keep their body temperature up. So that's why you find them around here. All right, the first one that I want to talk about is this one, the green turtle. I got a fact for you. It's the largest hard-shell turtle in the world. It's the biggest turtle that has a hard shell. How big is the shell? The shell is 36 inches big. The turtle itself weighs 500 to 700 pounds. Now, every turtle has a different story about what it eats. The green turtle, what it eats is seaweed. It goes and it eats seaweed. All right, marine biology question for you. Where do you find seaweed? Right. Seaweed's got to live in the photic zone. Seaweed has to attach itself to a rock. So the only place that it can attach itself to a rock, but yet still be in the flood zone, is near shore. Oh, so when you go to Hawaii, you want to see a turtle. Where you go snorkeling where there's going to be a lot of seaweed, pretty close to land, and then you're going to see the green sea turtle. Oh, they're going to be big. It's the largest hard-shelled turtle there is in the world. All right, that's the first one, the green turtle. Now, I got a green turtle there. All right, I got a baby green turtle there. Now, the next one is this one here. It's called the hawksbill. It's called the hawksbill because it has a bill like a hawk. You know, the bird. Well, it has a bill like a hawk, like this, right there. It's not as big as the green turtle, obviously. It's a 32-incher, weighs 250 pounds. I told you, every one of these things eats something different. So seaweed is off the menu. What is the hawksbill going to eat? With that bill like a hawk, what would it eat? No, you're wrong. It can't eat forage fish. It can't swim fast enough to get a forage fish. Think again. No, again, you're wrong. Okay, I'll tell you. What the hawksbill eat? Sponges! It eats sponges! In fact, it's one of the only things in the ocean that goes and eats a sponge. The hawksbill, with that special hawkbill-like mouth, it goes and it plucks apart the sponge, and that's what it eats. All right, turtle number two. Turtle number two, this one right here, the loggerhead. I wonder why it gets its name, the loggerhead. Well, it's got a head like a logger. Have you ever met a logger? Well, you haven't. They got huge heads because tree branches are always hitting themselves in the head. If you don't have a huge head in your logger. Anyways, we got the loggerhead. It too is a big one, but not as big as the green. It's 30 inches big, but it's a little bit thicker. Weighs 300 pounds. Told you it's got to eat something different. Seaweed off the menu. Sponges off the menu. What can it eat with that big head like a logger? It could. It could just crush a clam. It eats clams. Wait a minute. Did I say crush? I can't hear you.
Your exit button. Okay, Squirt here will now give you a rundown on proper.
It's got a huge head. I don't want to get into trouble with YouTube by showing something I shouldn't be showing. But Crush in Finding Nemo, it was a loggerhead. It has a huge head. Yes, it's true. Turtles do ride ocean currents to get from one place of the ocean to another, especially if they're going to one place to lay their eggs. Stop the video. It is also true that they live for a long time. That's what we think. There's no characteristics about its age in years. Like they're not like moss bivalves or trees that add a ring every single year. There's nothing characteristic about its bones. But in captivity, they've been kept for over 100 years. So they think it could be 100, 150 maybe years old. All right, loggerhead. Let's get back to our turtles. We're learning about turtles here today. Our next one is this one here. It's called the flatback turtle because it has a flat back. The flatback turtle is only found in one spot really in the ocean, northern Australia, if you ever go there. If you ever go to University of Portland, they have a great exchange program in Australia. You got to do it. Everybody I know is, I'm getting sidetracked. The flatback turtle, it has a flat back. It's a smallish turtle, 28 inches big, 150 pounds. What does it eat? With this flat back, what does it eat? Can't eat seaweed. Can't eat sponge. Can't eat clams. What's left? This flat back. Yeah. With this flat back, it can go underneath rocks. And if it goes underneath the rocks, it might get its favorite food. Its favorite food? Sea cucumbers. It eats sea cucumbers. Once again, one of the few things in the ocean that eat sea cucumbers. We're nailing it. We're doing turtles here. We're learning about the 7 types of marine turtles that are out there. Now that's the next one here is called the Ridley's turtle. Now there's something about the Ridley's turtle. The Ridley's turtle is as high as it is round. I mean, it's as high as it is round. I mean, what is that? Oh, that's like half of a circle. I mean, it's about 24 inches across, and that means it's 24 inches high. Well, if it's half a circle, could you? Story time. They did. If you're a sailor out there, you were bored. If there was a turtle that went by, you killed it and you ate it. What are you going to do with this top? Well, what they did with the Ridley's turtle is they took 2 of them and they nailed them together. And after they nailed them together, they made a ball. Now, in that ball, there were some holes where their flippers came out. And that's how the game bowling was invented. They're on these big wooden decks. They set up some pins. They took 2 Ridley's turtle shells and they used it as bowling, and that's how they spent their time. Hey, by the way, I made that whole story up. It's not true. The Ridley's turtle is 24 inches wide. It's only about 100 pounds. What does it eat? What does it eat? Well, it's got to eat something different. And what the Ridley's turtle eats? Shrimp. It eats shrimp. It eats shrimp. Well, I'm not going to go on and tell you why they've been killed. I'm not going to tell you why they've been killed because we go out there and we go and catch shrimp. Well, shrimp live down at the bottom of the ocean. So what they do is they take these big nets and they just pull them along the bottom of the ocean. It scares up the shrimp and they catch them in the nets. Well, the Ridley's turtles are down there and they're eating the shrimp. So those 2 have been caught in those nets. And the problem with the Ridley's turtle is that they can only hold their breath for 25 minutes. And they're going to keep their nets underneath there for like 10 hours. So because of that, Ridley turtle populations have absolutely plummeted. And because of this, we passed a law that said any shrimp fishing vessel on their net, they have to have a turtle escape hatch. So if a Ridley's turtle gets in there, then there's a way that the turtle can find its way out and leave. I don't want you to know that. In fact, I didn't even talk about it. All right, I got to stop it here. I got to go.